Good morning, Garage Squad. This is Michael Shields. I am a proud owner of a 1969 Mustang GT Sports Roof. I've had this car for about 10 years and done lots of work to it. About 4 years ago, my son was 4 years old, and inadvertently I sold it to go back to nursing school and just help support my family, unfortunately. And I really regretted that moment until just recently. The new owner had a 4-year-old of his own and decided that it was too much to do a project and raise children. So I was lucky enough this weekend to get it back. My mother-in-law was gracious enough to allow me to use her shop. As you can see, this is a purpose-built wood shop that my father-in-law built. He put a lot of time and effort into this, and it's very moisture free. It's got heat, it's got air conditioning. You've got an air purification system up on top. All the woodworking equipment is gone, but this is the perfect place to restore a car. Great epoxy floor coating. And so a little bit more about the car. It's a 1969 sports roof, GT sports roof, Ford Mustang. A lot of great history on the car. The car actually was given to the original owner out because the guy went to jail, oddly enough, and his friend bailed him out, and he didn't have money to pay him back. So the guy that bailed him out got the car, but he liked Chevys, so he decided to sell the car. So I paid very little for it initially. Those are wheels and tires that I had purchased and put under it. The new owner, the car was running and driving prior to me selling it. I actually drove it a little bit prior to selling it, and it went to Ohio, and the new owner parked it, took the transmission out, bought a couple of different transmissions that he preferred, and started to rebuild and never finished. So the car now has no transmission under it and no exhaust. But that's what I would work towards. I just got it back, so I haven't really formulated a plan yet as to where to go with the car. Just to give you an idea, the car has a 351 Windsor engine. This was rebuilt. I actually bought this in Cleveland. Funny, I bought a Windsor engine in Cleveland, so Ohio. So you know, it is in really good shape. This car is a fairly rust-free example of a 69 Mustang, and it's not, other than being kind of beat up from being in a factory all those years, it actually is in pretty good shape. I did a little bit of interior work. I've mostly sat around and gathered parts for this thing. So there's a number of extra parts for this car that are stored in our attic up here. 2 transmissions, you name it, a lot of stuff. Here's my interior, new dash pad, we got new seats, largely disassembled or just very barren for that matter. So this car was an original GT, and I do have a Marty report for it. There's the COG GT gas cap, but you can only get with the GTs. They do not reproduce that. I got some many parts I have of this car are brand new, and it's just a great example, and it needs to be back on the road. My mother-in-law allowed me to graciously use her shop, and she told me that she would like me to make sure I get it back on the road as part of a stipulation. And I'm a nurse at the VA, and I work long hours and very physical hours, and I could use the help. So Garage Squad, can you help me with this car? Thank you so much, and I hope to see you. Thank you.